All right, everything looks great. Everything looks great. Um, there's one other person in Germany that I think I might have podcasted with, but you may be the first person out of Germany that we've podcasted with, Claudia.
Okay, that's nice.
No pressure. No pressure to
No
like,
pressure.
you are the first face of German hunting on the Blood Origins podcast.
Oh, nice. There's much pressure now. But
No, my
I'm
other
happy that you have chosen me. So,
well, I was in Spain with a very good friend of mine, Rafa Serrat, who runs Bergara, and he was like, "Do you know about this Claudia lady in Germany?" And we're talking about you and I think another lady called Maria Hoffman, an agriculture
yeah,
lady. We're just talking about people who are, potentially saying good things about hunting in Germany, and we're very much interested in doing a rodeer project in Germany, a rodeer
yes,
conservation project in Germany, um, in which a lot of people don't know that farmers and hunters come together, and before the fields are cut in May and early June, you go out
yeah,
and
but
rescue the fawns. Have you done that?
yes, and I think we're starting next week because the first fawn has been seen in Rhineland-Palatinate, first one. It's very
That
early
is
because
early.
yes, but the German vegetation this year is so early. It was a very hot winter, and now it's too early. Everything. So here's everything. Every flower is here, and normally are supposed to be like 2 or 3 weeks later. So we start early with the fawn rescue. And I also bought a drone this year for me because we have several opportunities to get to drones, but the easiest one is to buy one for yourself. So I bought one so that the
And
farmers
it has
can call me.
the thermal technology that you can see the
Yes,
fawns.
yes, it's very expensive. So, but I think it's worth it. So
Have you used it yet? Or do you just bought it?
no, I use it all day right now. I'm practicing to find everything. Last year I was just for putting you take the fawns out and put some, yeah, bags or stuff around it and wait until the farmer is done and release it again. And this year I'm going to fly the drone and let the others rescue the fawns.
So who do you do that through? Do you do that through an organization, or do you do that through who organizes that work?
There are different possibilities. There are small organizations doing this, but the new trend is that the hunters buy the drones by themselves and do it on their own. So I'm the same. I do it on my own because it's easier. It's not so so much bureaucracy. And this year I'm starting to own. No, I already started to own my own hunting grounds. I don't know if you know the system in Germany. We don't have the tag system.
No, it's no public ground in Germany, right? It's just private ground, essentially.
It's private ground, and you have to get the permission to go hunt there, and then you have like a hunting ground that is yours on the farmer fields and forests. And normally some older hunter has these areas, and you can go as a when you're young and don't have your own, you can go there and hunt with them. And this year I'm starting to have my own. So like 2 weeks ago I started to have it, and now I own my own hunting ground. And I said it's more easier for us because we're 8 hunters, that we have one drone for us all and the farmers can call us. But they start also the other big hunters called me and said, hey, we heard you have a drone. Can we call it also out to you? And I was, yeah, for sure, if I have the time. But my area is the first one.
Mm-hmm. Well, Claudia Breit, welcome to, is it Breit?
Right, yes.
Breit, welcome to the Blood Origins podcast from Germany. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi. Yeah, I try to tell a little. So I'm Claudia, as you mentioned. I'm 27 right now. Yeah, I live in Germany, in Bavaria, in Upper Franconia, exactly. So right in the middle of Germany. And I am a psychologist. So that's my profession. And I'm a former military veteran. And yeah, I'm combining all these skills in my hunting, and I run the online blog and company Hunting Tales. And in my work, I coach hunters to shoot better, to perform better, and do mental coaching for hunters or sometimes shooters so that they can perform better in the field or on the range.
What did you do in the military?
I was in the military intelligence.
Okay. How long did you spend there?
8 years.
Oh man, amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
And Americans love this. In Germany, we don't love our military. So
Claudio, did you, in your upbringing in Germany, were you raised a hunter? Did your family hunt? Is that why? Is hunting? Go ahead, answer those questions first.
uh, I was not raised a hunter. I was raised very in the nature, but my family weren't hunters. So in Germany, hunting is not always something positive. And it was for me something very cruel, and I never imagined to become a hunter when I was a child. And I started to think about the meat consumption we did at home. So I was thinking, I love animals, but I also eat them. So there's something going wrong. So I can't say I love it and eat them. And I was thinking about, okay, where does the meat come from? And in Germany, we have, like big farm, not just farms. It's like a factory where the meat comes from. So very small place for the pigs and cows, and a very cruel way to get the meat. And I said, okay, I don't want to eat that meat anymore. If I want to eat meat, then I have to go and get it by myself. And then I started to do the hunting school and started to become a hunter. And when I did my hunting license, I was at the point that I couldn't think about to kill an animal one day. So, but I said, okay, let's try and see where it gets. And the funny thing or the good thing is that my family are now, everybody's a hunter. So I started and they started
Wow.
to, and so the other way around.
Yeah, so it's all tied to food for you, really.
Not only food. It was the initial point to see where my meat comes from, and then I understood what hunting is about. So it's not just about the meat; it's about the animals, it's about the environment, and so it started to understand everything. Because, as I mentioned, in Germany, hunting is not always positive. Because in Germany we think the hunter is just killing, and we don't like people killing cute animals.
So that's interesting because, to me, Germany, when I remember my time in Germany, I spent a year in Germany. What I loved about the small towns in Germany was the local butcher shops. You had local butcher shops in which the food was very local, right? You could get rabbit, you could get pig, you could get sheep, but those sheep and pigs came from literally your next door neighbor's pasture, right?
Mhm.
That's where the meat was. It was such a very local environment.
Yeah,
And
that's in the small towns, in the villages.
do you think the sentiment, let me get this opinion, is sentiment around hunting widespread in Germany, or is it more urban centric versus the rural populace that go like, we don't have an issue with hunting here in Germany in the rural areas, but it's more of an urban centric argument?
Yeah, in the rural areas, that's quite a normal thing. And also here in Bavaria, or where the place where you were at, it's a very conservative crowd of people. So there's hunting normal and something good. But when you go to the bigger cities, the people start to fight against hunting. So they don't understand what hunting is for and why we do this. They just see, okay, this guy or this girl is killing an animal and we don't like this. So they don't think about where the meat comes from or what the hunting does actually to the environment. They're just like, we don't want to hear something about this. And also the owning a gun or a rifle in Germany is also something what people see in a very critic way. So sometimes the hunter is like the bad guy for most of the in the urban and big city people.
But would those people still be eating meat? Is it
Normally they
hypocritical
do.
in terms of their discussions?
Normally they do. I had a discussion. There was a girl coming up to me and she said, "You're a cruel person. You kill deer. I only eat chicken."
Oh
And
my
I was like,
God.
okay. Yeah, and people are thinking that way. Not all, but sometimes they go to the supermarket and buy meat, and then they go to you and say, "You're a cruel person because my meat comes from unhappy animals. You kill happy animals." That's also a problem.
You've heard somebody say that?
Yes, that's crazy.
That they're okay eating the meat because the animal is unhappy, but those that live free and live wild and are organic and live their best life and get taken as ethically and humanely as possible, they're happy, so you should leave them alone.
Yes.
What
I
did you
see your
say to the person that
situation.
said about the chicken? What did you say to the person about the chicken? I only eat chicken.
Yeah, I asked them if chicken are not animals and if chicken don't have feelings, and they're like, yeah, it's just chicken. So it's a bird. Like there's a difference between a bird, a bigger animal, and a fish. They're like, the bigger and the cuter the animal, the more we shouldn't eat it.
Interesting.
It's very interesting.
Interesting.
Also in
Well,
the
no, it's not.
psychology.
It's interesting because it's the same sentiment all over the world. What you're just describing to me is the same as someone in America talking, or someone in Australia talking, or someone in
Okay.
New Zealand talking, or South Africa. It's the line is the same. Like the rhetoric is the same. It's the same. It's the same everywhere.
Okay, so internet broke down. Now it's back again. I hope
You're
I had,
okay.
but I
No,
think I
you're
got.
fine. You're fine. It'll
Okay.
just, yeah. Claudia, where you hunt mainly in Bavaria?
Yes. So my hunting grounds is in Bavaria. Sometimes I get invitations from other areas. So sometimes I drive around in Germany visiting friends, but mainly in Bavaria.
Talk to me about, do you have, and I'm interested, I have no idea, but I've just heard like talk about a little bit about it. Do you have wolves in Bavaria?
Yes. It's not that much as in other regions in Germany, but they're coming also to Bavaria from the Czech Republic or from Poland, and they start to increase here also. So in my hunting grounds are living, I think, 3 wolves.
What are your thoughts about wolves?
My thoughts about wolves is a very impulsive animal. I really like them. But I think in Germany we're crazy about about wolves, and I think because Germany is quite a small country and we have very much cities and agriculture, and we don't hunt wolves here right now. But I think we should hunt wolves because we need because there's no nature in Germany, so it's everything is full with houses or fields, that we should go there with a good mind and also look after the wolves and see if the amount of wolves fits in the area. You understand what I want to say?
Yeah, you're absolutely nailing it. You love wolves, just
I
like
would,
most hunters do,
yeah, I
but
like them.
you also want to manage them. You want to make sure that they're managed.
You should, because in Germany we have very, very big problems coming up with wolves. So it's not just that they're going and steal the sheep or the cows or sometimes a horse. It's also they coming near the city and running around and getting in touch with the humans. And most of the humans don't understand how to act right in the way in near a wolf. So we had some. That's funny. There was a picture going around last week, I think, in Germany. It was some kind. What do you do when you see a wolf? And these typical things like being loud, go away. And one point was don't take a selfie with the wolf. And I think this nails how the people in Germany think about wolves. So they don't
You
know
think
how to
they're
act.
cute, cuddly dogs.
Yeah, like this. They don't understand that they're dangerous and that you keep them away from you and your children. And when you go in Germany, when you go north, there are very, very big wolf packs. I think it's um, one of the biggest wolf packs in the world, I guess, on the place, from the place to the wolves. And yeah, they're getting problems there. But in Germany, we have to secure it and don't touch the wolf, don't shoot it, just let them live. They belong to Germany. And I think this is the big problem. And in Germany, it's also a very emotional discussion. So in the internet, I don't talk about wolves normally because it's getting so emotional and heated up because you have these sides, the one that they say we should manage and the one that we should have as much as possible. So
Claudia, do you have a voice in Germany? Because in America we have those two voices, okay, but we also have another voice, which is we call it the three S's of wolf
yeah,
debate: shoot, shovel, shut up.
yeah, we also have this voice in Germany. I know that there are people doing this, but I think most of the wolves in Germany are tracked. So if you shoot one, you will be they will find you and see that you have shot the wolf. So this is a very, yeah, you shouldn't do that. I know people doing this, but I think it's not the right way to do it. But we also have this opinion in Germany. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is there any discussion in Germany right now? What is about wolf management? Are people suggesting that wolves need to be managed? Maybe a better question is, do farmers get compensated? Does the German government compensate for losses in agriculture and livestock agriculture?
I think they do, but you have, as a farmer, you have to do different things to protect your animals from wolves. And if there is coming to some damage, you have to prove that you have done everything against that wolf. And I think there is the problem that the thing of proving that you have done everything and how the wolf got into your animals. I think that's the problem. But I think they does, so the government does, but I don't know the exactly way. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Does the government help them pay for those measures against wolves? Like, I know that in America you've got flagging and you've got sort of electrifying the fencing of the corrals and stuff like that. Do you think Germany pays for that? I don't know. I know that you're not an expert here, but
I think so, but you have to do a very long bureaucratic way to get something that the government helps you.
mm-hmm.
And that's
Mm-hmm.
often a problem in Germany that everything takes so long. And when you get it, it's like too late.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. What is the when you think about hunting in Germany and you think about like the narrative of hunting in Germany, what do you think is the best route in Germany to talk to people that may not understand hunting? Is it the food element? What is it the best that you see sort of strikes at the chord best in Germany?
I think at the one side it's a fawn rescue thing to say, hey, we're not just shooting, we're also rescuing the animals. And I think this ethical way and the management. So the management talking about, hey, we take out foxes, that there are different kind of birds coming up or pheasants, and this is a way to talk to people. But there's a big group of people who want to listen and say, okay, that's interesting. We didn't know that. Also, like taking out, sick and old animals, and also we have car crash with deer often, and then when you have a car crash with a deer, you call the local hunter, and these are things people are listening and understanding. But there's also these it's very less people who don't want to hear that and say it's all lies. And but the big crowd of people who are interested or don't have an interest or just want to hear about it, they want to hear about the management and the help the hunter does to the normal folk.
Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, it's a worldwide debate, right? It's a worldwide sort of rhetoric that we have to champion, and I think the champion is the rhetoric, the narrative, the way that we speak is very similar across the world. You became a hunter because you were worried about where your meat came from.
Yeah.
Not everyone can become a hunter, so
Yes.
there's also the sustainability element of it, and I talk about that a lot when it comes to hunting, that we as humans, we have a fingerprint on the landscape already.
Yes.
And there's fences and there's farms and there's fields and there's highways and there's railways and everything. And that has all interacted with changing the ecosystem. And we
Yes.
need to help manage that ecosystem as hunters and bring it into balance. Mother Nature is not how she used to be. You can't just leave her alone and hands off and like you're going to be fine. No.
Yeah. The people often forget that humans belong to the nature.
It's a good
They're
point.
like, we don't belong to nature anymore. It's like everything we do in the nature is bad. And they don't understand that also we are part of the nature. And also we want to live in the nature.
Yeah, it's a great point. Great point is that we are a part of Mother Nature, not a part
Yeah,
of Mother Nature.
exactly.
Well, Claudia, if you had to like communicate to someone, if you had the opportunity right now to like speak to a non-hunter, what would you say to them?
Yeah, it depends on the way. That's interesting. Last week, there was a big article in whole Germany about me. And
About
it
you?
was, yes, a very big article.
Okay,
It,
what did
it
it say? Was it a bad one or a good one?
It was a very good one. So
Okay.
it was from a media, from they're doing magazines and stuff like this. They asked me if I can do an interview, and I was like, I'm not sure. I normally write and give interviews for hunting magazines, but not for just, that normal media. And I was thinking about it like for days if I will do it or not. And then I had appointment with the hunting association in Germany, and they said, please do this. We have to go outside our bubble. And then I had a very, very fair interview with a girl who was a non-hunter, and she didn't know nothing about hunting. So she was very
Did you do it
open-minded.
face to face or did you do it over the phone?
It was a Zoom call. So
Okay.
and it was very fair, and she had also very critical questions. And after the interview she said to me, wow, I didn't know about that all. So, for example, in Germany, the government tells the hunter how many deer we should shoot in a year.
She
So,
thought you could just shoot as many as you want.
yes. And she was like traumatized that I have to shoot them. I don't even want to shoot that much deer, but the government said you have to shoot or you pay fines. So,
Wow, that's
and
good.
this was something mind blowing for her. And also, she didn't know. She thought like I'm going out every day and shoot every day something and go home. And I told her that I go out every day, but it takes weeks. Sometimes it takes more, like 2 to 3 weeks until I shoot something. So, and this was something mind blowing for her. And the article went viral in whole Germany. I got like, I don't know how many hundreds or thousand followers because of this article, um, of non-hunters, because the non-hunters, they also wrote emails and DM'd me and told me, hey, we didn't know that. Thank you for showing that. It's very interesting. You changed my mind about hunting. And I think the article is a very good example how to talk with non-hunters. I don't want to say I'm perfect about this communication thing, but I think it's a very good way to tell people how it is. And I think was very interesting for the people. I said that I don't like killing animals because in Germany people are like, you hunter do this, your hunters are doing this because you like it and you have fun.
Right, right.
And I said I don't like it. It belongs to hunting, and it's always the problem because by the end of what we're doing, there's the death of an animal. And this is something
Mm-hmm.
very controversial in our
Mm-hmm.
modern society. And I said, I don't like it. I like all the stuff around hunting. I like everything. I like going to the forest, and I like to, feed the animal in the winter or getting plants up and secure the forest. But I don't like the moment of the shot, but it belongs to the hunting and I do it because it's important. And this was something I really think that catched the people because I described it in a very emotional way. Because the girl asked me about my feelings when I did my first kill, and I said I cried. I really, really cried, and I stood there in that field, and I didn't know, am I allowed to do this? Why the hell did I kill that animal? So it is something, the animal did nothing to me. So it was just innocent eating the grass. And I was like, okay, I shoot you because I have to. And you're too many in this area. So I
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
manage it. And I think these things, also talking about the emotions and say, hey, we don't do that because we're really love killing. So we do this because it belongs to our doings. I think this is something really the people really liked.
Yeah, I think that's very important that you are blending both the science, the management, like we have to manage this population, with this idea that the German government is telling me I need to manage the population, so it's legally I have to. And thirdly, there's an emotional component to it. And I've said it all along. I think that every hunter has some sort of remorse in pulling the trigger. And that remorse could be tied to the death of the animal.
Yeah.
Some of that remorse is tied to the end of the hunt because you've been hunting this whole time for this moment, and when it's gone, and your hunt is over. And the thing
Yeah.
that you love so much that you do is over.
Yeah.
The other part is killing is, as you said very articulately, killing is a part of hunting. It is what makes hunting hunting, and it differentiates hunting from hiking. In
Yeah.
that you could go hiking in the woods,
Yeah.
you could do everything that you do hunting, but it's just not the same, right? When you're hunting, again, we've talked about it before, you're a part of the system. You feel like a part of the system. You think about wind, you think about cover, you think about all these kinds of things. But whilst you're hiking, you don't think about all those kinds of things. Like
Yeah.
you're not actually in the system, thinking about the system, being a part of the system. You have removed yourself from the system. You're just walking through it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I appreciate that. And that's exactly, well, I'm glad that you had that opportunity to talk to that non-hunter. And we have a lot of non-hunters that listen to this podcast,
Yeah.
and that's the whole point of Blood Origins, is to increase that voice around hunting to the people who may not understand. Like you said,
Yeah.
somebody says, "Oh, I had no idea."
Yeah. That's so
So
important. I can send it later to you, then you can have a look.
yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. Appreciate that. Well, Claudia, I don't want to take up much of your time. I appreciate you, and I know that you've just come out of surgery and doctors and whatnot, and glad that you're feeling
No
well
problem.
again. And I appreciate Rafa Sarat at Bergara putting us together, connecting us together. And I know there's a bunch of things coming that I know that we would work together on that's coming. So I look forward to that too.
Yeah. So you come to Germany one day?
For sure. Absolutely. We're going to make it happen.
Good. So I have enough space here.
There we go. Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you, Claudia. I appreciate you very much.
I thank you. Thank you for the voice here. And thank you for your work.
You're welcome. You're welcome.